All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we're going to be talking about how if God tells you to stay away from somebody, something, a job, I don't care if it's a person, whatever, you need to understand that you have limited knowledge. And so even though it may look like it's from God, even though it may look like it is of God, you need to listen to Him and heed His warnings so you don't get stuck in the situation that I'm going to be talking about today, okay? So here we go. We're going to be in Judges 16, verse 18 is the verse that I want you guys to go read. Let God minister to you about that and tell you what He needs to tell you about that personally. But I'm just going to give you guys the general story. So Samson, there's this man, and he has some special ability, his strength, right? And it comes from his hair. Okay, anybody that knows the story. Okay. He starts messing around with this woman, who's a Philistine, by the way, and he's supposed to be destroying the Philistines. He's not supposed to be hanging out with them. He's not supposed to be entertaining them. He is supposed to be destroying them. That's part of the judgment that God wants on these people, okay? He's not doing that at all. He sees a harlot one day, and he's like, I want that. And he starts messing around with that, okay? This woman means him no good. It is clear as day. She has no good intentions of him, for him. She asks him every day, where does your strength come from? Where does your strength come from? And then she will go and tell what he says to her to the Philistines. They come in, they try to get Samson, and he, beats him up every time, okay? The problem is he knew God gave him a word: destroy the Philistines. He starts entertaining them because he thinks he's so confident in his abilities. He's so confident in the strength that God gave him that he doesn't ever think he can fall. So that's the first thing you need to understand, that if you are entertaining something and God's told you, hey, you shouldn't be doing that, or hey, this isn't the best thing for you, and you're still entertaining it because you know that you are strong in the Lord, so you feel like you can handle it, let me tell you right now, that pride comes before a major fall. This man is going to fall flat on his face, and you will fall flat on yours if you don't stop messing around with stuff that he doesn't want you messing around with. It doesn't matter why he's saying not to do it. He's saying not to do it, okay? And you can use that towards anything. I don't know what he's told you to not do. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a situation, maybe it's, I don't know, an addiction. I don't know, okay? But I do know that if he takes the time to warn you and say, hey, you need to stop, this is not going to end well for you, and you just keep going, you will fall. Because why would he tell you to stop it unless he could see that you were getting ready to fall, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is, he gives his heart away to this woman, and I think that I've warned you guys before. Be very careful who you give your heart to in this world, because if you give it to the wrong person, they will end up destroying you. And that's what happens to this man, because it says that he tells her everything that's in his heart. Everything, which means he had this relationship going on with her, or so he thought. And I don't see anything saying where she loved him and she was doing this. No, she was using him, being manipulative, right? And treating him horribly. But he was so far in, he didn't see it, he didn't care, he was messing around with it. And that's a whole word for somebody out there that's messing around with the wrong person, Jezebel, whatever you want to call it. You better stop it, because you think you're in control, and he probably was in control of the situation for a little bit, and then it got to the point where he was so addicted, the lust, the bad stuff just came in, took over, and he could not handle his situation at all. This woman ends up finding out his secrets and tells everyone where he gets his strength from. They come in, they cut off his hair, and then they gouge out his eyes and embarrass him in front of everyone. And he'll get the last laugh in the end because, his hair's going to grow back, and then, he'll end up destroying the city. But it didn't have to be like that. That is not the way that he had to be known, because everybody that knows the story of Samson always knows Samson and Delilah. That's what he's known for. He didn't have to be known for that. So heed my warning. If you are messing around, specifically with somebody, and you're not supposed to be doing that, and I mean like God has said this person means you no good. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a coworker, whether it's somebody that you're entertaining because it's a romantic thing, if God has said that person is not from him, they serve no purpose in your life. I don't care how much fun it is. I don't care how lustful it is. I don't care how beautiful they are. I don't care all the things that you talk about with them. If he has warned you about the person, he's seeing something that you can't see. You have limited knowledge being of earth. You should listen to his advice because that person probably means you no good. Okay? So you need to go home, read that verse, sit down, pray, think about what God's trying to say, who it is, or what's going on, just so that you do not end up in the situation that this man did. He didn't have to go down like that. Okay? And that's the last thing God wanted for him or for you. So just think about that, okay? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, and comment as always, and I'll see you guys back here next time.